Mudulamin Fati, the Marketing Officer of Gambia Transport Service Company. It's an honor indeed to be the Master of Ceremony of this historic launching of a great technological innovation that is brought to you by GTSC. GTSC is a household name in the Gambia that is primarily dedicated to providing reliable, safe, accessible, and an affordable transportation service in the Gambia and beyond. We are very much well pleased to be affiliated with this great company that is geared towards providing selfless service to the Gambian population and beyond. Today is a very beautiful day, a day that will go down in history, that we, as providing safe and reliable transportation coupled with innovation, backed with technology, is something that is worth embracing. And GTSC did not want to leave their passengers behind, so they can have a taste of innovation, a taste of a memorable ride in every journey that they are going to take, whether the journey is going to start from Kanifing to Soma, Kanifing to Brikamaba, Brikamaba, Janjambure, Badibu, Farafenye, anywhere across the length and breadth of the Gambia. We want our esteemed passengers to have a taste of innovation, to have a taste of technology. And that is the primary reason of our convergence here. Ladies and gentlemen, before we go down into the program proper, can we observe our prayers in our individual ways for a minute? Amen and amen to all the prayers. The program guide today, we will have the opening prayers and remarks, which is done. Then we will have the introduction of the dignitaries. The dignitaries are here, and we will also have the welcoming remarks by the General Manager of Gambia Transport Service Company, Mr. C.D. Kanyi, and also a statement by the Board Chairman, Mr. Salum Malang, and a keynote address by the Honorable Minister, Mr. Ibrahim Silla, of the Ministry of Transport, Works and Infrastructure. Then we will have a closing prayers. After the closing prayers, we'll have a photo session, and the photo session later on, we'll have a joyride so that our journalists, the media, and our important guests that are invited, partners and stakeholders, can have a first-hand taste of this new innovation of a ticketing solution called the GTSC TAAMO card. Ladies and gentlemen, we have high-profile people that are in attendance today, and before inviting any other person, we'd like to acknowledge the presence of the Honorable Minister, Mr. Ibrahim Silla. You are welcome, with his Deputy Permanent Secretary, Mr. Honorable Usman Bojan. We also have in our midst representative from Access Bank, Madam Fatou Tal. You are highly welcome, the Head of Public Sector Affairs. And we also have our key partner and stakeholder, TK Exports, represented by Mr. Ibrahim Koroma. He is the Head of Operations and Logistics. Mr. Ibrahim, you are highly welcome. Also, we have EcoBank. I know most of our staffs are having their salaries on EcoBank. So here are your banking partners, represented by Mr. Michael Gomez. Mr. Michael, you are very well welcome. Royal Insurance Company, Makaira Bajan, Managing Director, you're welcome. Takaful West Africa, Modu Juve, Managing Director, is also welcome. And Gam Petroleum, Mr. Iyero Jallo, the Managing Director, is also welcome. And we have Mr. Sirifo Toure, who is the CEO of Yona Forex Bureau. Ladies and gentlemen, this, as they say in Mandinka, amanke pura bent, kunukumba bengolom. Pura benti jang, hanibadi bun kol fanal bijanda, bari mamono sorali yanak. So moving on, before we invite Mr. C.D. Kanyi, the General Manager, can we all be on our feet, please, and observe the national anthem? Thank you. We can after the count of 2, 1, 2.
Hip hip hip. Well, I am now William Scout now. Hip hip hip. Hip hip hip.
Thank you very much. All right, so I have the singular honor to invite our General Manager, Mr. Sidi Kanyi, to give the welcoming remarks in GTSC. Mr. Sidi Kanyi, the floor is yours.
Honorable Minister of Transport, Works and Infrastructure, Mr. Ibrahim Asila, Chairman and Board members of GTSC, distinguished invited guests and friends of GTSC, ladies and gentlemen, members of the press, the untiring staff of GTSC, good morning and a warm welcome to you all. Today is another day in the annals of Gambia's transport sector as we gather here to launch the country's first digital travel card, which we have named as TAAMO, meaning travel. This development marks a significant milestone in our efforts to further digitalize our operations to ensure efficient and effective service delivery to our dear passengers. This will complement government's efforts in realizing its digital transformation. The TAAMO card we will be launching today is one of the components of the supply of 70 new buses that were commissioned by His Excellency President Adama Barrow in April 2023. The other components include a fully renovated and re-equipped workshop, supply and installation of 70 solar-powered bus shelters, supply of 2 containers of base spare parts, supply of a brand new mobile workshop, deployment of a full-time project manager and 2 technicians from the supplier who will be resident with us for 2 years. It is important to note that TK Export is GTSC's first supplier of buses when the company started in 2013. And since then, our business relationship has been growing with them from strength to strength. They have gone to the extent of sponsoring the construction of our Carnifing bus station out there to the tune of more than $1 million. We therefore express our deepest appreciation to TK Export for their support in bringing us to this stage. The TAAMO we are launching today comes with several benefits. For our passengers, the card is safe, convenient, and financially flexible in paying fares on board our buses. There is no risk or hassle associated with handling cash whenever you are using the TAAMO, wherever you are within the country. It's also convenient for groups and families that can use it to travel in convenience. It's also convenient for parents of commuting students when they can load cash in the cards for a defined period, either monthly or per semester. There is also no need, when you have the card, to queue to buy your bus tickets. It's also very easy to use, and it has shorter transaction time on board our buses. And for GTSC as the operator, it will ensure accountability and eliminate revenue leakage, thereby boosting our revenue generation capacity. It's also very user-friendly for our operators, the conductors, the drivers, and the inspectors. And for our prospective business partners, the banks, the microfinance institutions, forex bureaus, and cell phone companies, and so on, the benefit there is that it will increase your customer bases, and it will provide you easy and cheap means of advertisement. And of course, for the government too, the more revenue we generate from our fares, the more tax revenue you also generate. This means that the benefits in fully embracing the TAAMO card cut across all sectors. Therefore, we are all stakeholders, and we should take full ownership of this golden opportunity. Additionally, the use of the TAAMO card guarantees the safety of your funds. In the event the card is lost, stolen or damaged, the funds will be fully refunded in the replacement card. Ladies and gentlemen, if you think of traveling, travel GTSC because it is safer, more secure, especially now that we are introducing the TAAMO card. If you are a regular user of GTSC bus service, either to work on private business, owning this card will solve your nightmare in traveling. If you are a business person or a farmer, this card is a must for you to have in order to ease your travel. If you are a regular participant in LUMOS, especially the hardworking women in Gambia, wherever they are countrywide, you must have this card to ease your mobility. If you are a commuting student, especially in the Greater Banjul area, whether you are attending UTG or the schools, primary or high schools, this card is a must to make your life and education easy for you. This is history in the making, and I therefore call on all the stakeholders to be part of this digital journey. Seize the opportunity to be a sponsor for this card if you are a business, and get your card as a passenger and enjoy all the accompanying benefits. Today, every one of us will be issued a complimentary card preloaded with some modest amount of money so that you have a feel of it when we embark on the joyride as special passengers on board our buses. In conclusion, ladies and gentlemen, I wish to express our deepest appreciation to His Excellency President Adama Barrow, the Honorable Minister of Transport, Works and Infrastructure, and the government at large for their unflinching support for GTSC. The same sentiment goes to our parent company, Social Security and Housing Finance Corporation, my board of directors, my management and staff of the company, and all our business partners and our other stakeholders. Your support has enabled GTSC to continue to deliver safe, reliable, and convenient and affordable transport service. I thank you all for your attention. Looking forward to the joyride with everyone on board safely and conveniently. Thank you so much. Oh, thank you.
Thank you very much. And the partners that are here, the banks, microfinance institutions, as the general manager rightly said, seize the opportunity and sponsor the TAAMO card. There are enough opportunities that are there for you to advertise and increase your customer base. People that want to use the TAAMO card as passengers, this is the right time to get your TAAMO card and get on the bus, have a taste of a cashless transaction, having not to hustle. Queuing, we know in this country, is too much. You want to buy a ticket, you are in a haste, you go to the bus station and there is a long queue that you need to observe before you get your ticket. Imagine that emergency situation that it would meet you. If you had the TAAMO card, you just walk in because you will have that priority boarding, get on the bus and have a safe, reliable, and a memorable transport service courtesy of GTSC. So the TAAMO card is something that you don't want to leave behind. So seize the opportunity before you leave here and get the TAAMO card free from our technical team and conductors that are around. It will be loaded, as the general manager said, with a modest amount. And once you get on the bus, there are validators on the buses and the front door and also at the back door. Once you get there, those validators are your machines that you will tap your TAAMO card on and your fare would be deducted. Now we are in the Gambia. As the board chairman said in the press briefing, no country shall be left behind in terms of competition because the world is moving and Gambia shall move. Kon dekabi dina dem and GTSC mufi pour yobu dekabi. And that I would like to invite the board chairman of GTSC, Mr. Salum Malam. Thank you very much, Board Chair. Can I assist you or it's okay?
Yeah, assist me.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin, Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin, Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin. The Honorable Minister, Mr. Ibrahim Silla, Honorable Ibrahim Silla, GTSC board members and staff, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, the press present here today, I say Assalamu alaikum, I say good morning to all of you. You will all agree with me today is indeed a memorable day in the history of GTSC in particular and the country at large. It was for the first time in the history of the sub-region, not only Gambia, the sub-region, our sub-region here, we having this time a digitalized card called, that we named TAAMO card, a replica of the UK Oyster card. MC, you just made a very good statement here. You say that is the fact. No country develops without an effective ground transportation. If you do basic history in high school, you know that the Savannah region was more developed than the rainforest because of communication, ease of communication. Europe developed simply because their strategy was they make sure they have a robust and an effective ground transportation. That is a prerequisite for the development of any country. And GTSC here to make sure that happens. Being the first of its kind in this sub-region is a source of pride, but I want to share a small experience with you people. In 2018, I was at the airport and I visited Freetown for the first time, and the then Ambassador, Honorable Dr. Ibu Mane, hosted me. So to do a chit-chat, he told me in those days, in the olden days, the Gambia was almost ahead of everything within the sub-region. Tourism, agriculture, administration, name it. And that is a fact because even at GPP, when I was there, I understand that even GPP at procurement, Gambia started before Ghana, but later we are going to learn from them. So I told him, Uncle Tona, you will not sleep. Do your body. What are you doing that we are not doing right? You know, down that all those achievements have gone down the drain. So what I want to share with the technocrats here, we can maintain that momentum. And social security family, we are ahead. If I say social security family, recently there's a new concept we developed. All the subsidiaries within social security we come as a family. This includes Trust Bank, Ozone Bay, GTSC, Gambia Petroleum in a family form to pull our resources together for the benefit of the country. And I will tell you we are ahead. We want to be the best in whatever we do, international standard. Today we are here to inaugurate the TAAMO card for the first time in the history of this region. So GTSC, could you please give us a round of applause? We want to be the best in anything we do. We are also boasting that currently we hold the latest fleet up to 2023, 2024, latest brand of Axoliland brand. GTSC is the holder, customized to suit the Gambia, which we call the Kairaba. There's a history to that one. Our neighbors copied us. They took our freedom bus. They called Taranga. And there was a time our passengers don't want to travel with GTSC, they want to go with Taranga. So when you are going to buy these buses, GM and myself, we start together, we say we have to turn the time. Now we also took our freedom bus again, customized it better, and we call it Kairaba. And currently it is the most superior transportation. So we can be the best and we'll be the best, inshallah. So going down social security family, we have Ozone Bay and Sonby. They belong to social security, just like GTSC. I'm proud to inform you that currently Ozone Bay is among the first 10 best hotels worldwide. It's not Gambian rated. It's rated by the UK TripAdvisor, the biggest platform that rates hotels, millions of hotels. So I'm telling you, the customers here, owners of social security, fund owners, that your Ozone Bay and World Group are among the first 10% globally out of millions. Not that I don't want to take much of your time, I'm not marketing, but I can also tell you that even the Business Insider, Business Insider is an internationally reputable organization, rated Ozone Bay as the second most friendliest hotel in Africa. And recently, Corendon named Ozone Bay as the best hotel in the Gambia. So, social security family, we want to be the best in anything we do. And that's enough. Let me just give you that of Trust Bank, our own bank. We are the major shareholder. Currently, Trust Bank, out of 39 banks in the sub-region, is the most compliant bank in terms of anti-financial crime framework. And this is mirrored. This is mirrored in the sub-region, but it's mirrored tailored to the UK anti-money laundering regulation. We are the best in the sub-region. Currently, we brag 23 certified compliant officers, our small trust bank in country, the best in country. And then we brag 52 compliance officers, professionals, the best in the sub-region. So what I want to emphasize here, technocrats, I don't like underrating myself. In anything I can be the best, I am the best. And we shall be the best. GTSC, you are the best and you remain the best. But how can that happen? We can only achieve that if we put our strategies together. We need to align our strategies because one organization's finished product is the only organization's raw material. We have our NDPs. Let's say NDP 3, National Development Plan, talks about modernizing agriculture. Okay? So what I believe we need to meet our strategies here. What is stopping from education, from working with GTSC to produce products for these bosses that we are having here, engineers? That's a market for them. What is stopping from agriculture to work with GTSC to provide and maintain and manage effective cargo buses that will transport agri-products in refrigerated containers across the country and beyond? So technocrats, we must work together as a family, use our NDP and national development plans, Ministry of Agriculture, Education, and all other parties. We come together and see where we can align our strategies. We align them for the betterment of this country. And we all know what's going to happen. Monday, GM talked about women gardeners who are enjoying our bosses in the provinces with ease movement of their products to the markets in the provinces. What is stopping agriculture taking that further? Because I do know at the Bantu International Airport, we have a cargo complex. That means the Gambia is certified, qualified to export food and dairy products to EU via EU. They got that certificate, that qualification. But we need to make use of the funds we have here. So I don't want to steal this all today, but this is all for the Honorable Minister, because it's the government who sponsors these 70 policies. But in line with that, in addition to the strategies, I want to inform the public that social security currently, we are mapping we are doing the informal sector coverage. We are now working on the ground. We've covered the country at large. If you go to our website, you will see it. And everybody wants to be part of social security, want to be part of the pension and the provident fund. We are almost at the tail end of it. So what I'm saying here now, that social protection component, we are also targeting women, gardeners, to look for donor funds to help them to match their contributions and social security account for them. So there is a lot of things we can do together. Okay, that's just a food for thought for the other partners in the government sector. So to cut long story short, I have to thank GTSC management and staff for this level achievement and board, and especially to GM Kani, because years back when I come to GTSC and now I come to it's different. Every face I see is smiling and everybody is active. Everybody is motivated. So GM Kani, thank you very much for making a motivated force. I will thank our suppliers too. We have two major suppliers. Our own homegrown Mohamed Jah, Q Espas Motors, and the veteran Tariq Musa, TK Motors. They are major suppliers. But as Jim Kanye said, Tariq supply more buses than others. And particularly for the records, today this inauguration is for Tariq, is for TK Export, but the 70 buses sponsored by the government of Gambia through social security loan is supplied by TK Export through TK Motors. And this inauguration, Kanye mentioned, is not like, it's just limited to buses. The project is to transform the Gambia's transportation system to international standard. That's why you see these bus stops here, solar powered bus stop. You don't need now to charge your mobile when you are waiting for the bus. When I went to Swiss recently, in a ISA bureau meeting, I'm a bureau member of the ISA, the World Government Body of Social Security. I was sitting at the bus stop waiting for a bus, looking at the bus stop, studying. Somebody saw me say, "Oh, Africa, do you have this tab here?" I laughed. I told him, I'm looking at this because ours is better than this. I can see some deficiency in this one that is not in ours. So it's a pride to be the best, and we can be the best. Gambians, let's change our thinking. We are the best, we can be the best. The scorpions, though small, but we can stink. We can withstand lions, elephants, and we always win. With that said, I have to thank my own board of directors because they gave me a free hand to do things my way. And when you are put at that corner, you want to make sure you don't make mistakes because you are indirectly bribed. You don't want them to say, but why this, why that? So I thank my board of directors, Remy Joyner, the board chair, and particularly to the pensioners representative, Mr. Ali Ufad. You can attest to the fact that currently, in our last AGM, the Social Security Board, all the members were elected unopposed. The member for the pension scheme, Ibrahim Adab of Nawek, was elected unopposed. The member for the National Provident Fund, Memunati Junasi, was elected unopposed. And Alaj Alufal, the member for the pension, was elected unopposed. Because GTSC family, including you, Social Security family, including you GTSC, including GTSC Trust Bank, Ozone and others, we are doing well. And we will be the best in the country, inshallah. Finally, I have to thank the government of the Gambia. This is a manifestation of a pure PPP arrangement, public-private partnership. Because it is government that take loan from the Social Security to buy works of GTSC. So it's a PPP. But before I go further, I must observe 1 minute silence prayer for Lady Brother. Just like I said in Monday. Monday when I was making my speech, I observed 1 minute for him. And here also coming to government, I cannot but observe 1 minute prayer for late Hechi Badra Youth. Let's pray for him. May he so rest in perfect peace and all the best. Because he was part of it all. He was part of it all. He supported, give me courage, give me encouragement, and today nobody is regretting. If you want to deny me, go to our website or go to the provinces. The day these buses landed in Jara Sutukung, in Jara Sutukung, the Caliph recited the Quran 7 times that day, praying for everybody involved in this project. You go to Makati, the day it was launched in Makati, they did their traditional Kankuran Tulum. They say Makati is dead, but now these boys are going to revitalize it. You go to Diabugu in the provinces and extreme of the country. Some parts of this country think they are not part of the Gambia. Thanks to GTSC, we're taking advantage of the good roads, and thanks to Honorable Minister of Works, you've built the roads, most of the roads are busy. The direct result of production is consumption. If you build roads, you don't build what is of the road. So we are here to fill that void. But I can tell you, it's well appreciated across the country. So I wish I'm a GTSC staff myself, because this period is the best in history of GTSC and GPTC. Bragging about close to 200 brand new buses, state of the art, with all this modern facility in the sub-region, is a source of pride. Finally, before, like I said in my first speech as board here, the Wolof said that Fechile Bunehe Yabati Kasimbagajo. If the mother did not hold the arms, the baby dance will not be interesting. I don't want to see also honorable minister, but like Guillaume Kanye said, the 70 buses we are talking about here today, we are sponsored by the Gambia government. And all this that you see. And apart from that, they also sponsor another 30 buses, or even more. And apart from that, the Gambia government, through H.E. Adam Barrow, H.E. Adam Barrow and his cabinet, they partnered with close to $150 million Gambian dollars as tax waivers to clear all our buses. The one supplied by Espas Motors, by TK Export and Espas Motors, closely, cumulatively, as time but it's close to $150 million. So we cannot but thank the government of the Gambia for this gesture. So that's why I say this is a pure manifestation of a PPP arrangement, public-private partnership. And finally, it may not be very important, but I think it's very important. I have to thank my wife, because it's very challenging to be a public sector manager in this country. As a public sector manager in this country, it's challenging, I can assure you. It's not child's play. But that's why we are here. We are here to make it happen. We'll make it happen for our children, our grandchildren, generation yet unborn. And the woman who is taking all the heat, calming me down, is my wife, Niku Majao. So Niku Majao, she's my best friend. I thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you very much. It is never boring when the board chairman is having the mic. This is indeed a proud moment for all the staff of GTSC, because the board chairman just wished that he could be a staff of GTSC. So, képp koo xam ne staff nga GTSC li mbégte la pour yow so nañ tàccul suñ boppa ñu yokk liggéey bi because board chairman moom si boppam moo fas yéene woon ne xam naa ne if admin and HR was here we would have given him a job offer letter right now. So all this goes to show that the staff management of GTSC are really on their toes, making it possible that we are touching lives. I want to quote my boss, CPM, who is not in attendance, Mr. Mustafa Koli. When he goes out to meet some of his colleagues, he tells them, everybody, every sector in this country are doing their best, but GTSC, we are touching lives. And that is why when the board chairman said that the far end in Diabugu, the buses are plying there and making the roads busy built by the Honorable Minister, then I indeed succumb to the fact that Mustafa said that GTSC is touching lives. So you, the staff and management of GTSC, always brag outside and tell them, while for us, we are touching lives. And then, so let's go together. GTSC, we are, again, GTSC, we are touching lives. So the media, you can catch that, okay? GTSC, we are touching lives. Great. So moving on, we have a very beautiful surprise for everybody. Not even my boss is aware of this, but we dedicate this surprise to the Honorable Minister of Works. If I want to say that in Wolof, I will say, Momoneka Minister Walum. Bro, translator lema, Minister of Works. Momoneka Minister Walum. Minister Walum. And we will have a performance by Mr. Aliu Lee on Ligay.
Kaay leen ñu liggéey bu sare si jaamu Yàlla kaay leen ñu liggéey sopp sare moo jara ba ko kaay leen ñu boole xool yee ñëw leen ñu boole xalaat yee kaay leen ñu boole xool yee ñëw leen ñu boole xalaat yee liggéey suñu réew mooy mbiru
Thank you, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. 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 Voilà, ñun ñëpp benn leen bokku baay bokku yaay Gambia benn la ñun ñëpp bokka kon nañ fas yéene liggéey réew muy change suñ mindset as how the board chairman has said. This country is definitely doing its strides in the world. When he can laugh in Swiss and tell them that our boss shelters are in fact more enhanced than yours. So therefore, they can be amna everything that we need to back outside. So let's just change our mindsets and ligate Dekabi. This is just a surprise for the Honorable Minister of Works and Transport and Infrastructure. Thank you very much for gracing this occasion. The floor is yours, Honorable Minister. Tachulen, Honorable Minister, please. Louder, Deguma. Give him a round of applause, Honorable Minister Ibrahim Asila. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. So you want me to assist me?
No, you can.
Okay, I'm not seeing properly. Thank you, MC. And let me also join the board chair to congratulate the management for this very innovative initiative. But I want to assure the MD that the government is very much fast on the move to take back our GSTC.
It used to be GTSC. So now we want to take it back, knowing that now everything is on the good saddle now, so we have to decide to take it back. Let me recognize the presence of the Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Basic and Secondary Education, my Deputy Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Transport, Works and Infrastructure, the Chairman of the Board of Directors of the GTSC and members of the board, heads of government institutions here present, private partners of the GTSC, the management and staff of the GTSC, distinguished guests, members of the indefatigable Ford Media Estate, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. It is with great pleasure that I stand here to deliver the keynote address on the occasion of the launching of the TAAMO travel card by the Gambia Public Transport Company, GTSC. This is indeed a milestone achievement as the world today evolves around the digitization to enhance and accelerated socio-economic development efforts. It is expected that the launching of this TAAMO card will greatly improve the GTSC's activities and also operations and efficiency in serving the thousands of people who use the services of the company. This introduction of the TAAMO travel card also is well aligned with the government's approach to use cutting-edge technologies in the service delivery sector and the overall governance value chain. The government has welcomed this bold initiative, and we would like to thank the GTSC for being a pace-setter, but also a catalyst in this area. It is important to note that the government has formulated policies and plans to holistically address public transport challenges, especially in the urban areas, through closer collaboration with multilateral agencies such as the World Bank to improve the sector. Socio-economic development of the Gambia through the provision of reliable, safe, and affordable transportation services with a current employee portfolio of about 600 people. In addition, the GTSC has spurred development and also widespread commercial activities around its depots throughout the country. Evidentially, the Gambia has witnessed a reduction in the number of road crashes, and this is partly attributable to the presence of GTSC bus services along all the major roads in both the southern and northern banks of the Gambia. Considering the significant role played by the GTSC, the government of the Gambia has been supporting the company over the past years to ensure that the perennial transport challenges as well as the associated problems in the country are adequately and definitively addressed. This has been manifested through government's provision of duty exemption to the tune of more than $130 million for the clearance of the company's recent fleets. I want to assure the board and management of the GTSC that the Gambia government will remain committed to supporting the company to enable the public transport services to efficiently and effectively delivered to the public. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I would like to take this opportunity to thank the board, the management, and the staff of the GTSC for their diligent, proactive, productive, and professionalism in the delivery
school and tell you, Mommy, Daddy, can you fill some money in my TAAMO card? You know, Auntie Jatu would be sitting down and said, Feke wa nako, sunjamana la won. Thank you very much. And then it is quite interesting and history that is being made here, and all of us are taking ownership of it. Now the ball is in our court as staff of GTSC and members to send this message across and make people embrace it. And it is very well user-friendly, and that communication should be sent to our esteemed passengers that they can always use the TAAMO card as a substitute to cashless transaction, as a substitute to cash transaction and paper tickets. So we want to get rid of this, and this cashless transaction is in fact in line with the government's initiative to combat climate change. So thank you very much, Honorable Minister. Thank you very much, our invited guests. I want to also recognize the presence of Vista Bank, Madam Aissata Tal. Madam Aissata Tal, you are highly welcome. I'm very sorry I missed it when I was introducing the others. Without much ado, we can now invite the media to have a photo session. The photo session. All right, so photo session. Yeah, the buses can be on standby after the photo session. We would have the joyride, and then once the TAAMO card is done, nothing happens. Gambia 24. Gambia 24. Kirfat.
Islamic microfinance is becoming an increasingly popular mechanism for poverty alleviation.